So no beast of Punga, Bradford, serial killer here. Simon Bailey don't cry, his blonde host, plain clothes lover, not true detective. And it's always those who are closest to you are the ones setting you up. You never have to look too far. The apples never fall too far from the tree. Not everyone in your circle is your friend, and that certainly set you up with the biggest monster lies and the biggest bogus diagnosis to get you done in or boxed up, locked up, throw away the key. There was a man recently who fought for 50 years to clear his dad's name, a very corrupt detective, Derek Ridgewell, who also made another 6 and another 14 people disappear. So like Pink says, when you're surrounded by bigwig gnolls, knobs, dickheads, hags, liars and evil clowns, I certainly disappear before they come for me. And there is the old classic film, The Limping Man. The Limping Man was an assassin, his walking stick was a gun, so they certainly will pay to make you disappear. All to cover up high crimes, royal blue murder, certainly not mine. No Black Panther, Sandringham serial killer here, Clockwork Orange, Norwich train station. Mountain bike rapist, Child 44, Black Wizard terrorist, this shooter, really don't think so. See Prince Harry Potter, Prince of Darkness, E.T. hybrid host, Red Dragon. This high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder, certainly not mine. And that is the word that came off the Royal Sandringham Estate killing fields. And the man following the woman at Norwich train station, younger than me, had a hoodie on, he was on a mountain bike. Certainly wasn't me, and I was fully on camera on a woman's black Dutchy bike, Norwich City Centre, Norwich Cathedral, Macehold Heath overlooking Norwich. And Brian Numbnuts Goodman, that one had 17 on it, the red one. But no red car Michael Dunn, Michael Sands, Sutcliffe Steve Wright, Wayne Cousins, Brady Huntley, Fred West, Black Panther, serial killer here. That is a Skoda there, police surrounded my frame fixed Skoda at Hitcham. North Norfolk coast, where I was staying in a disused beach hut 7 miles from Sandringham. But no nut in a Hitcham beach hut. Sandringham stock and strangler, serial killer here, really don't think so. Nicely set me up as the Black Cat, copycat, Black Cat of Burston, son of Sam, Sandringham serial killer. Clockwork Orange, Norwich train station, mountain bike rapist. And you can see Simon Bailey don't cry, his blonde host plain clothes lover, not true detective for details. And a very good watch, the ABC Murders, Agatha Christie, where there is a murder in a beach hut by the man who was set up as the stock and strangler serial killer. That's not him at all, that's his aristocracy boss who was committing the murders. So again, it's always those who are closest to you are the ones setting you up. I am up here with Steph today. She's got to have a heart scan. She's been going through breast cancer, chemotherapy, radiotherapy and all the cancer treatments. But even Steph and her entourage, Jojo and Co, Mary and Jerry, AJ and John, Jackie and Michael, Chris, Darren and Co, can see Matt Johnson for details. Shannon and Jordan, Mr. Ronnie, all full of mad monster lies and bogus diagnosis. And there is an old classic black and white film called The Lodger. And that's all about Jack the Ripper, but no lodger, Norfolk Jack the Kipper. Sandringham serial killer, Black Wizard terrorist, this shooter here, really don't think so. And Brian Numbnuts Goodman, 40 Elaborate Close in Dis, where I used to stay sometimes when I was in Dis. Wanting to be kingpin, centre stage, #1 player, #1 assassin in my assassination. Posting all over social media, the big Facebook social media groups, not only claiming I am the big Black Panther, Sandringham serial killer, but also claiming he, and only he can prove it, no one else can, only he can, according to Brian Numbnuts Goodman. Another liar, pants on fire. Also claiming the Polish would kill me. He did have 3 Polish lads staying with him at the time, over 700 Polish Indies, over 1,200 Eastern Europeans. So they believe that big monster lie, that I was responsible for the death of a 17-year-old Eastern European girl. You certainly would be brain bred dead. They would avenge her blood. But fortunately, I do know a lot of the Eastern Europeans in this, and I was working with some at the time, Daniel and co, who did ask me about it. So I was able to put them in the picture. A high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder, and certainly not mine. And a lot of people did try and stir up the Eastern Europeans in this to do their dirty work, make me disappear. And Brian Numbnuts Goodman also thinks he's the #1 poker player in this. But along with everyone else, they do not have a royal flush. There was a Volvo there. Again, no black wizard here, a Volvo estate. So they certainly do not have a royal flush. They've got sip, 0, silch, nil, a whole lot of nothing. 4 jokers, 1 big monster con, monster bluff. Whereas I do have 4 aces, the winning hand, all online for the world to see free. Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. Again, certainly wasn't me. High royal blue crime. New Year's Day fine, case 39, Dr. Sleep, Jack the Ripper crime. And certainly not mine, no here's Johnny here. So I was a bit rich when you go to Hitcham for a cast for a sea bass. Me and Rocky, the faithful hand, walking the sands, the cliffs, the woods, happy as a sandboy. Then you get stitched up as Norfolk Jack the Kipper, Sandringham serial killer, Clockwork Orange, Norwich train station, mountain bike rapist. But again, I was on a woman's black Dutchy bike, not a mountain bike. All mixed into the black shroud of Sandringham, just to set me up further. Evergreen Toxic Crane Corporation, Sachs, Coburn, Gaffe, Windsor SS. A no breaking bad, gun runner, drug dealer, woman beater, hoax bomb sender, this post office. No serial fire starter here. No blitz limey, MPGP cop, ex-wife killer. And you certainly can see my ex-wife, Shay Fraternal, Fire Burston, Big Police Council. Doctor Whom collaboration, Inspector Numbnuts Bunner, Mr. Fixer, Liar, pants on fire, no longer with us. And they certainly will pay to make you disappear. Certainly are some vans you will not want to disappear in the back of. Cruise on my frame fixed tail in Dis Norwich Safewold. North Norfolk Coast, Derbyshire and the Lake District. And I did speak to the police in every location who only turned a blind eye, government sanctioned cruise, licensed to kill and make a problem disappear. And there's a good film, The Final Girl, rich boys hunting young girls for blood sport, castles, manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates. And the police at Windermere, Cumbria, said, Johnny, this is really strange. We've never known this. They had my driver's licence, which they knew was genuine, and they couldn't get my details up. Evergreen Toxic Crane Corporation, Sachs, Coburn, Gaffe, Windsor SS. They said, it's like you've been erased, Johnny, or people in high places want you permanently erased. All to cover up high crimes, royal blue murder, and certainly not mine.